Hey, what's poppin'? It's your boy Jay the Comedian. How y'all doing today? How am I doing? I feel good. And I would, usually get into my jokes and stuff like that. But today, I have to address the elephant in the room, okay? And that elephant is Lloyd. He's not an elephant. He's not an elephant at all. He's more like a teddy bear. A teddy bear that's, funny. A teddy bear that the Jehovah Witness organization hates his guts. You know what I'm saying? So a teddy bear I definitely rock with. Anyway, this is my thing, right? Because I've been watching it. I've been kind of going back and forth. Should I say something? Shouldn't I say something? I should say something because from my experience, right, which is different than your experience. Let's first acknowledge that we can both have two different experiences. That should be acknowledged. He's always been kind to me. He presented me with an opportunity to, get myself out there, and he didn't ask for anything in return. He was just like, come on, I think you're funny. I think more ExJw Witnesses should know about you. And he gave me the opportunity to be on this channel several times, to have several conversations with him. I get advice from him from time to time. I've never hung out with him or met him in person, but he's a good dude. He's a good, solid dude from what I know. Now, to address the entire situation. First off, if you tell anybody anything in confidence, right? Unless you told them something like, I don't know, you hurt kids or you beat your wife or I don't know, you like squirrels or something like that, you should probably keep that to yourself. You should not blast that out for the entire world to see. That's not gangster. That is not gangster. That is not gangster. Now, once again, if it's something bad that they're doing that could potentially be dangerous and could hurt more people, share it. Let people know. Get it out there. If you really think it's bad, share it to the authorities. You know what I mean? But the point is this. I've seen people really they making memes and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing? This man just said he's having mental health issues. He's having mental health issues, and you take this time now to attack him, try to make jokes about it and make light of his life, and that could go bad, right? When somebody is going through a tough time, let them go through that tough time. Don't make it worse. You understand? I don't care what you feel about him. And actually, that's another question. What is the goal here? We're trying to take his channel down. We want to bring him down and get him to stop making videos. Is that the goal? Because if that's the goal, who are you working for? Because his videos and his activism is against Watchtower. I thought that part was already settled. Like, those are the ops right there, right? I need to know what that's about. Like, is that the goal? To stop him from making content? I don't know, but do you want apologies or something like that? I don't know. But this is the thing I do know. When it comes to people are something I like to refer to as human beings, and we're all imperfect. Our emotions change from day to day, sometimes from hour to hour. And yeah, you're gonna not always get the best of people. He's not gonna always be nice to everybody that he talks to. Sometimes he's gonna have attitude, just like me. I know a bunch of ExJws I met, and they're super cool. I still think they're cool to this day, but they lost their goddamn mind. Like, I would still have relationships with these people. Like, I know this one lady, her name's Rebecca. She loves guns. I love guns. She's the bomb. But we had some disagreements politically. And she thought I said something mean to her. I didn't think I said something mean, but she cut me off. She was like, Jay the Comedian, you're done. Boop. Blocked me on Facebook. And she's the bomb. This lady is the bomb. I cannot say it any better than that. We disagree politically, but she's the bomb. I'm sure if you talk to her right now, she would say something like, Jay's a real jerk. I thought he was a good activist, a good respectable guy. He's a jerk. I don't think I'm a jerk, but I can be. I can be petty at times. The point is, when you're a human being, you're not going to always get along with everybody. There's going to be times you're going to have people who you have disagreements with, and it may get bad. Verbally, it can get real bad. And since we know that and we understand that, then we should probably be more understanding to people, you know? One thing that I want to say more than anything else is we have to stop objectifying people. I saw a post that said Lloyd Evans basically represents ExJws. This is why what he did was so unforgivable. Lloyd Evans is not an object. He's a man. You get that? You understand what that means? To objectify something? Like, men always objectify women. Like, they see a woman and they don't see a person with dreams and aspirations and you know, like, just a human being. A lot of men see women and they just see like a pair of breasts and a booty. They're like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, hold on, brother, this is a human being. This is not a piece of meat. And let's be clear, a lot of women objectify men too. Like, if a guy comes up to a woman and he's respectful and he's nice and he expresses his interest, and they're just like, get away from me. What's wrong with you? You nasty. That's objectifying a man. That's not looking at a human being who's emotionally trying to take the scary step of expressing their interest in you, and for you to like just bash him like he's nothing. That's objectifying. You're taking away his humanity and you're looking at him like he's a piece of trash, you know? That's why it's so important to not objectify people. You're looking at Lloyd like he's not a human being. He's an object. He's the leader of the ex-Jehovah Witnesses. He represents the ex-Jehovah Witnesses. He does not. He doesn't represent me. I don't know a lot of people who I'm like, yeah, that guy represents me. When he speaks, whatever he speaks and says and does, it's as if I said it and done it myself. I don't know anybody who says that. I don't objectify anybody. Nobody represents me. I don't think he represents the ExJw community. I think he's an individual inside of the ex-Jehovah Witness community, but he don't represent it. I don't care what other people think. That's another thing we have to really get past as ex-Jehovah Witnesses. We have to stop caring what other people think. Like, if somebody say, oh, Lloyd is doing this, oh, people are going to think that the ex-Jehovah... What? Why? Because one guy did one thing? Mind you, wasn't illegal. And for the sake of full transparency, whatever the thing that was released was, I didn't read it. I didn't get a chance to. It was taken off Reddit. Shout out to the Reddit mods, by the way. Y'all mods was on it. Shout out to y'all. But more than anything else, you cannot objectify this man. He's a human being. He's gonna make mistakes. He's gonna do things you disagree with. If you're telling me that you demand perfection out of all ex-Jehovah Witness activists, once they've reached a certain level, of once they've done a certain amount of stuff, you are asking for zero ex-Jehovah Witness activists. Because there's no such thing as a perfect human being. That's why we get on Tony Morris so much. Because he's running around here telling people that he speaks for God and he's willing to put out stuff that rips families apart and do all this horrible stuff. And then, you know, he has a drinking problem. Like, okay, I'm not going to demand perfection from you, but I kind of demand perfection from you. I'll objectify him all day because he uses his power and his position to hurt people. Yes, that gets called out every single time. Especially by your boy and other ex-Jehovah Witness activists. The point is, more than anything else in this community, we can have disagreements. We can. That's okay. We're supposed to. I fight with my brothers and sisters all the time. I just got into a pretty big fight with my sister recently. And you know what happens? Eventually, we just move on. You just shake it off and you move on. But you got to learn how to have a discussion. You need to learn whether or not you're having a discussion or whether or not you're attacking people. And you need to have an end goal before you even go into it. The end goal should always be to exchange knowledge, not to hurt people. If you're going to have a conversation, if you're going to have an argument, listen to the other side and respond to what they're saying. If you don't have a good, response back, make sure you don't have a good response back and then acknowledge it. If you don't, that's a good point. I didn't think about it that way. You know how hard it is to get people to do that? To admit that you just taught them something? Or you just admit that you just changed their line of thought to something that they didn't think about before. Very cool. Very cool. But also very unusual and hard to do. Now, I know I'm going everywhere with this thing because, like I say, I've been thinking about it a lot. I really didn't know if I even wanted to speak out on it, but I do want to speak out on it. As long as nobody is hurting, as long as everybody's good and safe and healthy, let that man just go through what he's going through. He doesn't need no help. He's a grown man, and if you do want to help, you can help him by being kind. When do we stop being kind to each other? That's not cool. That's not cool. Be kind. If he's been mean to you in the past, that doesn't mean you got to keep being mean to him. I'm sure he has the capability of forgiveness the same way you do. Let's forgive each other. Let's look out for each other. We all we got, some of us. A lot of us ain't got no family to go back to. So if you can be a friend, if you can show some compassion, if you can show some forgiveness, that would be gangster. And I would appreciate that. I mess with the gangsters! Anyway, it's your boy Jay the Comedian, man. I hope y'all having a great day. I really hope that y'all looking out for each other because we all we got sometimes, you know? I'll let your boy. Deuces.